happens every day. A tragic mistake, a moment of inattention, an unforeseen accident. And the result? A life is lost, and a family is left to grieve. But what if an unexpected tragedy could benefit someone in desperate need? Someone who is gravely ill and won't survive without a new heart, kidney, or other vital organ. With some planning and understanding, the loss of a loved one could bring new life and new hope to multiple people in need.
Conrad passed away. He was 17. He just started his senior year in high school. He had fallen and had a head injury, and we were called to the hospital. He had all the tubes in him, and they were trying to help him and everything. But there came a point when the residents and the doctors there took us into this room and put the scans up on the wall and were showing us what was going on with his head injury. And I asked them, is this a donor situation? But I really wasn't asking to be a donor. It was my way of asking if my child would live. And that was interesting, though, because it started something important.
The stories of transplant recipients are all different, yet they share a common theme: a new beginning.
I had a liver transplant. I definitely always am thinking especially about the family and how hard that is for them. And when I was getting a new life, they were losing one, and it's always on my mind, but I'm very thankful that they decided to donate.
Conrad was able to donate his heart, his both kidneys, his pancreas, his liver, and his corneas. We gave sight to 2. He saved 4 lives. Various tissues that he helped improve the lives of many, many others. And what happened after we had made the donation, we were able to meet some of the recipients. It was just an amazing awareness of how small this world is and how you never know when it might be you or someone just like you. And we met his heart recipient and both his kidney and pancreas recipient, and very, very, very close to them. And over the years, the bond is very special.
Only a small percentage of people who die unexpectedly are able to become organ donors. This is because in order to be considered suitable for transplant, the organs must come from a person who meets the right conditions at death.
So a person would be involved in a traumatic event of some sort. It could be a motor vehicle accident, let's say, and they are taken from the scene with a heartbeat to the hospital. And there, the hospital staff will try and save their lives. They'll do everything they can to save their lives. If that is not possible, then at that point, they will let us know about that person. At that point, we can talk to the family or check the donor registry to see if that person was on there and had already made their wishes known.
About 56% of Americans are registered organ donors, but in spite of these impressive numbers, more donors are needed. Only 1 to 2% of potential donors end up meeting all of the necessary conditions at the time of death to donate a major organ. And because one donor can save up to 9 lives, every donor is extremely important.
So my 3-year-old daughter Elsie passed away in November of 2016, and we were able to donate some of her organs. My little girl was so young, we had to make that decision for her, but I know it's what she would have wanted. That she was a generous, happy, giving little girl, and that's exactly how she would have wanted to go out.
My son Roger was age 24 when he passed away, and he was able to save 5 lives through donation.
I honor his memory by rodeo queening and by promoting organ donation. It was a very difficult thing to go through. It was very sudden and it was very tragic. And at first I didn't understand why God allowed this to happen. But looking through this past 2 years, I wouldn't want it any other way. I mean, yeah, I miss my brother, but I know God had a bigger plan in the fact that I'm being able to save other people's lives through this.
Yeah, I was born with hypoplastic left heart. It's pretty much when the left part of the heart just doesn't form at all, and I need a heart transplant. It's meant a second chance at life. I mean, without it, I probably wouldn't be here today.
When I was in high school, I was a junior in high school, I was 17 years old. and I was getting ready to start the new football season at West High. And every season, you have to get a physical done to make sure you're good to go. And the funny thing is, I've done that every single year, and nothing was detected. But this time around, the first thing that the doctor saw was high blood pressure. So he was a little shocked. He was like, you're young, you're fit, you're athletic, you're thin. Why do you have high blood pressure? Finally got some blood work done, and it turned out that that's what it was. My kidneys were at 30% at the time. So that's how everything started. And when your kidneys are at 30%, it sounds low, but they're still functioning decently. You can still manage it with a good diet and good habits. You can still manage it. But eventually it got to the point where my kidneys were they were dying pretty much. That's when they decided to put me on the transplant wait list.
After spending 3 months on the waiting list for a new kidney, one of Manny's co-workers heard about his need and got tested to see if she could become a living donor.
Her name is Cynthia. She found out. And one day I bumped into her and she saw me, we started talking, and she pretty much just asked. She was like, hey, I'll get tested for you. I want to see if I match. And it was just incredible how she got everything going. About 3-4 months later, that's how long the test took. Then we were a perfect match. It was great. Not only is she a friend, not only is she a family friend, she literally saved my life. It's something way more than just a friendship.
It's really amazing. It's given me back everything that I would ever want, and it's given me hope and for the future, and I am very thankful for that. Definitely talk to your family about this if you're not sure about it, but I would say it's an amazing thing to do and super easy, and it will help so many people.
People of any age can sign up to be an organ donor. You can register in person when you get your driver's license, or you can sign up online. After you enroll, please be sure to notify your family so that everyone is aware of your wish to become an organ donor.
It was really a healing option for us to know that our pain would be turned into another's joy.
For someone to be an organ donor, they have to die in the hospital from a brain injury and be on a ventilator. Only 1 to 2% of deaths meet this criterion. And while a single organ donor can save up to 9 lives, an organ, eye, and tissue donor can dramatically improve the lives of over 50 people. For more information on becoming an organ donor, please visit yesutah.org. Or in Idaho, go to yesidaho.org.